What's happening, guys? Welcome to the channel. This is Living in Alberta. Today, guys, we are going to look at some of the more popular places to live in Central Alberta in 2022. What's happening, guys? My name is Dillman. If it's your first time on the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button and make sure you click that notification bell so you're notified every week when a new video comes out. And guys, as much as I do love making these videos, I am a licensed realtor in the province, so I'd love to help even more with your real estate needs. If you do have any specific questions or you'd like some help or want to take me up on that offer, make sure you use this information, guys. Reach out to me any way you like. All right, with that being said, let's get into the video. What are some of the best places to live in Central Alberta? Let's do it. All right, guys, let's dive right in. And Central Alberta, it's a really big place. This list isn't all inclusive, obviously. There are a ton of really good places to live in Central Alberta. I'm gonna kind of stick to the area that I know. So we're gonna kind of stay in that central region, the central corridor of Central Alberta, maybe a little bit of variation out to the east. But let's dive right into number one. Let's take a look at Olds, Alberta. Olds is a really popular place to live, guys. It has a great location, so it's pretty much right in between, right smack dab in the middle between Red Deer and Calgary. It's right off Highway 2. It's got a population of about 10,000 people. Some of the things that Olds is really well known for, and some of these took me by surprise. I didn't even realize them about Olds actually, but one of the biggest things that Olds is known for is its gigabyte internet. Now, I don't even know what that is. Maybe you techie guys can let me know in the comments below, but apparently you get really fast upload and download speeds. I guess gigabyte internet isn't as common as you might think it is, so not a lot of places have it. PC Magazine actually voted Olds this year in 2021 as one of the best places to work from home. So a pretty crazy little fact about Olds, it's also really well known for its college here. It's called Olds College. It's got a little bit more of an agricultural base, but there's still a lot of variety and different programs to pick from. It's really well known for its brewing program. So if you're looking to learn how to make some beers, guys, this is one of the best places to do that. Another really cool little fact about Olds, guys, is their high school, Koinonia High School. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. But continually ranking as one of the best high schools in all of Canada, which I thought was pretty cool for a little small town like Olds. Now, obviously, you have to give credit where credit is due. The teachers and the staff there must be doing a phenomenal job, obviously. But the high school and the college, they're actually right next to each other. So they share facilities like the library. So the high school students, they got access to college level staff, and just because of the proximity, people kind of speculate that maybe because kids in the high school, they can see such a clear path in regards to their future, it's motivating them to work a little harder. So really good high school there in Lacombe, guys. Olds is also really well known for its shopping and amenities. Because of its size, it's only got about 10,000 population. You still get a lot of the really good amenities like Walmart, Canadian Tire, Staples. A lot of towns that are similar in size or maybe even a little bit bigger, they don't have the same amount of shopping amenities that Olds does. So that's another really cool thing about Olds. It is a great location, really close to Red Deer, really close to Calgary, and you actually have mountain views out to the west. So a really great town in a great location, guys, and has a lot of cool things that a lot of these smaller towns or towns that are similar in size don't have. So Olds is a really great option if you are looking to move to this Central Alberta region. All right, diving into number two, guys, and you can't talk about this Central Alberta Central Corridor without talking about one of the best lake towns in the province. Let's take a look at Sylvan Lake. Located just 15-20 minutes west of Red Deer, still really close to Highway 2, population of about 15,000 people, guys. Obviously, one of the biggest reasons why people move to Sylvan Lake is because of the lake. It is probably the best lake when it comes to things like swimming and water sports, different things like that. It has a really popular beach, guys. It gets really busy in the summertime. They say that, you know, up to 1 million people can visit the town of Sylvan throughout the year because of the lake. Tons of events and different things always going on there, guys, all throughout the year, from 13 days in the summer. In the wintertime, Family Day weekend is a huge thing. They clear off the ice. There's the polar bear dip. There's lots of room for ice skating. During the winter also, guys, you see tons of ice fishing shacks out there, and it's a great open area for snowmobiling. So really active community. Now, there's a lot of people who actually live in Sylvan Lake, but they work in Red Deer or kind of around the Red Deer area, but they choose to stay in Sylvan just because it's a little bit less quieter, although the lake does make it quite a bit busier, but a little bit less hectic, guys. Potentially a little bit less crime compared to the bigger urban centers. So really good option here in Central Alberta, especially if lake living is on your radar. All right, guys, let's dive into number 3, and this is one of my favorites. Let's take a look at Camrose. So Camrose is a little different than these last couple that we talked about and kind of the rest that we're going to be talking about. All those other ones are kind of centralized around Highway 2. This one's kind of off the beaten path a little bit, out in northeastern Central Alberta. Population of about 20,000 people. Still a really good location, guys. You can be in Edmonton in about an hour. But some of the things that Camrose is really well known for is its theater and arts culture. So between the Performing Arts Center at the university out there and the old historic Bailey Theater on the historic Main Street, the locals say that there's always tons of events and shows and different things going on that you can go to in Camrose. It does have a satellite campus of the University of Alberta called Augustana Campus. So university level programs, same caliber as the U of A, maybe a little bit less selection and variety, but a smaller university. So you're gonna get a little more attention from your teachers, potentially your professors, maybe a little easier to meet people. So really good option for post-secondary education out there. Now, when you're entering into Camrose, you're on Highway 13. It's kind of the main drag that runs east to west through Camrose. If you just stay on that main drag, you don't really think too much of the city. It's actually a city. But it's once you get off that little beaten path, that main drag of Highway 13, that's when you start to realize that, holy cow, there is a lot more to this little city than meets the eye. It has some really beautiful walking trails, guys, that kind of go throughout the valley, around the old train bridge, around Mirror Lake. So really great options if you like walking and nature. Camrose is also really well known for its low crime rate, and it's home to one of the biggest country music festivals in the world, in Canada for sure, called Big Valley Jamboree. So very popular country music festival, and the price of housing out in Camrose is really affordable. So median detached price right now throughout the year of 2021, $310,000. So great city, lots of great shopping and amenities, kind of off the beaten path a little bit, but really close to Edmonton still. So another really good option in Central Alberta. All right, moving right along to number 4, and you cannot talk about Central Alberta without talking about its largest urban center. Let's take a look at Red Deer. So as I said, Red Deer is kind of the largest urban center. It is the largest urban center in Central Alberta. It's kind of the central hub. Has 100,000 people in it, just over 100,000 people, 4th largest city in the province. Red Deer is really well known for its cost of living and an affordable housing for being a larger urban center here in Alberta. As well, guys, the walking trails, the parks, the river valley, tons of things to do outdoors here, guys, if that's your jam. In the wintertime, there's still a lot to do, guys. There's tons of cross-country ski trails. Red Deer has a really cool ski resort. It's the largest non-mountain in Western Canada. So lots of options to get outside, guys, do things with the family. One of the biggest reasons why people move to Red Deer, though, is because of its central location. I've talked about this many times before, but really close to Edmonton, really close to Calgary, pretty close to the mountains still. You have Sylvan Lake just out to the west. So that is a huge reason why people choose to move here. And I think Red Deer is a good city to raise a family in. So lots of sports and rec programs, after school programs for the kids. There is post-secondary options in Red Deer College. So if you're looking kind of for that bigger urban center in Central Alberta without being in Edmonton or Calgary, Red Deer is definitely a place that you're going to want to consider. All right, let's take a look at the last one on the list, guys. And this is a really beautiful little community just north of Red Deer. Let's take a look at Lacombe, Alberta. Lacombe is one of these places, guys, where you see these lists come out every year. Top places to live in Alberta, even top places to live in Canada. You're often going to find Lacombe ranking on these lists. Now, what makes Lacombe so desirable, guys? Well, there's a few things in my opinion. First, it's got some really affordable living. It's a really beautiful little community. So lots of mature trees. You drive down the streets, guys, and you're kind of blown away by the big trees that are hanging kind of over the road. It has an historic Main Street. It's actually won some awards for it. So being down on that historic Main Street kind of puts off a cool vibe, kind of makes you feel like you're back in simpler times, maybe the Wild West. I don't know, maybe not the Wild West. But it's in a great location, guys, about 20 minutes north of Red Deer, an hour south of Edmonton. So even though it has a decent amount of amenities or shopping or restaurants, if there's something that you're missing here in Lacombe, it's a quick trip into Red Deer, or even if you want to rip up to Edmonton, it's a pretty quick trip as well. Lots of outdoor activities to do, guys. The Lacombe Corn Maze just west of town is a really, really popular tourist attraction and a great place to spend the day with the family. My kids love it there. Just a little bit north, there is JJ Colette, which is a natural reserve with some really great walking trails. And kind of all throughout the town of Lacombe, there's really beautiful lakes kind of placed all throughout with walking trails all around it. So lots of options if you want to get out for walks. But overall, a really great, smaller, quiet community in a great location, guys, and a really beautiful community. So Lacombe, definitely a great place to consider if you're thinking of moving to Central Alberta. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do me a solid, hit the like button, click that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell, because that way you're notified, guys, every week when a new video comes out. And guys, I am a licensed realtor in the province, so if you do have any questions when it comes to your real estate needs, or you need any help and you want to take me up on this offer, use this info showing up on the screen right now, guys. Reach out to me any way you'd like. I would love to hear from you. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you in next week's video.